supported by Suryodaya Municipality, Ilam.
Nepal YouTube channel, and you are also listening us live from the official page of the Radio Fickle 90.6 MHz. सम्पूर्ण कक्षा 7 मा अध्ययनरत विद्यार्थी भाइ बहिनीहरू, अभिभावक जीवहरू र श्रोता मित्रहरू, तपाईहरुलाई यो रेडियो शिक्षण कार्यक्रमको दिवाकालीन सत्रमा स्वागत गर्दछु। विद्यार्थी भाइ बहिनीहरू, कोभिड-19 कोरोना भाइरसको कारणले निम्ति आएको संकटको यो अवस्थामा नेपाल सरकारको शिक्षा नीति अनुसार यो रेडियो शिक्षण कार्यक्रम तपाईहरुकै लागि तयार गरिएको हो। त्यसकारण यो कार्यक्रममा तपाईहरुको उपस्थिति अति आवश्यक रहेको छ। आउनुहोस्, कलम, कपी र पुस्तक लिएर रेडियो नजिक आउनुहोस्। यो कार्यक्रमको अन्त्यसम्म हामीलाई साथ दिनुहोस्। विद्यार्थी भाइ बहिनीहरू, आज तपाईहरु माझ हामी कक्षा 7 को फिजिक्स ग्रुप अन्तर्गतको पहिलो युनिटको पहिलो लेसनका निम्न टपिक्सहरुको बारेमा छलफल गर्न गइरहेको छौं। यो कार्यक्रम तपाईहरुको लागि पहिलो कार्यक्रम रहेको छ। हामी निम्न टपिक्सहरुको बारेमा छलफल गर्न गइरहेको छौं र पहिलो टपिक्स रहेको छ नाप। त्यसपछि हामी एसआई युनिटको बारेमा छलफल गर्छौं। त्यसपछि लेन्थको बारेमा छलफल गर्छौं। मास र अन्त्यमा हामी समयको बारेमा छलफल गर्छौं। विमल सर, यो लेन्थको बारेमा हामी छलफल गर्नेछौं, अनि मासको बारेमा छलफल गर्नेछौं, टाइमको बारेमा छलफल गर्नेछौं। त्यसपछि हामी नापको बारेमा छलफल गर्ने क्रममा हाम्रो विद्यार्थी भाइ बहिनीहरूलाई सर्वप्रथम यो नापको बारेमा बताइदिनुहोस् न। यो नाप भनेको के हो? नापको किन आवश्यकता रहेको छ त? व्हाट इज measurement and what is its importance?
Okay, well, dear students, as sir has already mentioned that we are discussing about the chapter measurement, which is the first lesson of the physics. And physics especially deals with the different measurement of the length, mass, and different calculation. So it is one of the important topic which comes under the physics. So dear students, we have been using this measurement in our daily life. We do various types of activities in our daily activity, in our daily life. We measure the distance, we measure the time, we measure the mass, and so on. So as the Suryodaya municipality is known for the developmental activities, it is constructing the different necessary infrastructure in our place. So for example, if we have to construct the roads, and then at first the roads are measured or the bridges are measured. Not only that, in our daily life also, at our home also, if we want to construct or if you want to make a furniture, then the carpenter at first he measures the length of the wooden plank to make the furniture. Similarly, if we go to the shopkeeper to buy any of the thing, simple example is the mass of the sugar, then at first he measures the mass of the sugar, then only he gives us that thing. So not only this, there are also other different types of devices which are installed there in the vehicle also. There is a speedometer which shows the speed of the vehicle. So these all the measurable quantities, we can say these are the physical quantities. And to measure these physical quantities, we measure this physical quantity with a known standard quantity, that is the what we also call the unit. So measurement, it is a comparison process. It is a comparison of an unknown physical quantity with a known standard quantity of the same kind. This is called the measurement. So as sir has also asked me what are the importance of the measurement. So measurement is very important in our daily life. We use the measurement system, especially it helps us for business purpose, for selling and buying different types of things. It is also necessary as when our school starts, many of the students, we go to the tailor to sew the clothes. So at first the tailor also, he measures the body, he measures our body. So body, then only he accepts us to measure the length of the clothes. We also, if when we become sick or when we suffer from any type of diseases, we use the thermometer just for the measurement of the temperature of our body. So in addition to this also, for example, we can see there the different milligrams of the mg of the medicines also. So medicines doses are also measured in the fix. So in so many things, also in the scientific research and the experiments also, measurement is very important for us, sir.
हजुर, निश्चय नै विद्यार्थी भाइ बहिनीहरू, नाप हाम्रो लागि अति आवश्यक छ। हर क्षेत्रमा हामी नापको प्रयोग गरेको छौँ, चाहे त्यो हाम्रो घरभित्रको व्यावहारिक कुराहरूमा होस्, चाहे त्यो बाहिरको कुरामा होस्। जस्तै हामी किनमेल गर्दाखेरि, कसैसँग लेनादेना गर्दाखेरि, लेनदेन कार्यक्रमहरूमा, बाहिरका मानिसहरूसँगको व्यापारको क्रममा पनि हामी नाप प्रयोग गरेको छौँ। सरले भन्नुभयो, खासमा वस्तुको सही परिमाणलाई नै हामी नाप भन्ने गर्दछौँ र नापको हामीलाई अति आवश्यकता छ। नाप बिना हामी कुनै पनि काम कुरो सहज तरिकाले गर्न सक्दैनौँ। जस्तै भनौँ न, उदाहरणको लागि हामी तेल किन्न पसल जाँदैछौँ, त्यसै गरी चामल किन्न पसल जाँदैछौँ भने हामी नापेरै त्यसलाई लिनुपर्ने हुन्छ। अन्दाजको भरमा हामीले यति केजी उति केजी भनेर हामीले लिँदाखेरि त्यसबाट हामीलाई घाटा पनि हुन सक्छ। त्यसको नापको अति आवश्यकता रहेको छ। सर, विमल सर, अब यो नाप उहिलेका मानिसहरूले पनि नाप्ने गर्थे होइन? ती उहिलेका मानिसहरूले यो नाप चाहिँ केले प्रयोग गरेर चाहिँ नाप्ने गर्थे होला? के युनिट्सहरू प्रयोग गर्थे होला? के लोकल युनिट्सहरू थिए? त्यसको बारेमा बताइदिनुहोस् न है। वाट लोकल युनिट्स डिड द ओल्ड पिपल अर आवर forefathers used to measure length and mass of the object? यसको बारेमा बताइदिनुहोस्।
Okay, well, dear students, as we have the different civilization throughout the world, so accordingly we also have the different system of the measurement. On the advancement of the science and the technology, our country happened to be developed slowly and slowly. So especially in our place in Nepal, there are so many local measuring units. They are the hat, bhitta. People use the hat and bhitta to measure the length. This is the rainy season. Many people, they come to the shop to buy the polythene bags, especially to get rid from the rain. So they use the bhitta and hat. And similarly, they also used to use the ser and the dharni. Still they are using in some of the rural areas of Nepal also. Pau also to measure the mass. Similarly, ghari, palla, they used to use such type of units to measure the times.
हजुर, विमल सरले भन्नुभयो जस्तै विद्यार्थी भाइ बहिनीहरू, हामीले नाप विभिन्न उपकरणहरूबाट नाप्ने गर्छौँ। पहिलेका मानिसहरूले पनि यस्ता उपकरणहरू प्रयोग गर्थे। जस्तै उहाँले भन्नुभयो, लम्बाइ नाप्नको लागि चाहिँ बित्ताको प्रयोग गर्ने, त्यसै गरेर अङ्गुलको प्रयोग गर्ने, हातको प्रयोग गर्ने गर्थे उनीहरूले। त्यसै गरेर पिण्ड नाप्नु पर्यो भने चाहिँ सेर, धार्नी, पाउको प्रयोग गर्ने गर्थे। धेरै लामो दूरी नाप्नु पर्यो भने माइल, गजहरूको प्रयोग गर्ने गर्थे। जस्तै अहिले पनि कुनै ठाउँहरूको नामै मानिसहरूले माइल राखेका छन्। जस्तै कहाँबाट आउनुभयो तपाईँ भनेर सोध्यो भने म 9 माइलबाट, कसैले भन्छन् म 3 माइलबाट, यसरी नाम राखेको हामी अहिले पनि पाउँछौँ। र हाम्रा कतिपय गाउँहरूमा अहिले पनि ती मानिसहरूले जस्तै कुनै कुराहरू नाप्नु पर्यो भने, जस्तै भनौँ न चामल, गेडागुडी नाप्नु पर्यो भने अहिले पनि मानापातीको प्रयोग गर्छन्। अब इलामको कन्टेक्स्टमा जस्तै मङ्गलबारेका केही स्थानीय बजारहरूमा अहिले पनि हामी मानापातीले भरेर चाहिँ चामल, दालहरू बेचेको हामी पाउँछौँ। त्यसकारण त्यति बेलाका मानिसहरूले यस्ता चिजहरू प्रयोग गर्ने गर्थे। अब विमल सर, यो किन नापमा चाहिँ एकरूपता ल्याउनु पर्यो होला होइन? यो सबै हामीले जस्तै मानापाती, कुरुवा अनि बित्ता भयो, अङ्गुलले नाप्दाखेरि एकरूपता त हुँदैन, हुन्छ त सर?
नो सर, नो
हुँदैन नि सर?
नो सर।
त्यसकारण यसको लागि के को आवश्यकता पर्यो होला? अब जस्तै दैनिक कामकाजको लागि त हामीलाई अप्ठ्यारो हुन्छ। कसैको जस्तै लम्बाइ नाप्दाखेरि कसैको बित्ता छोटो होला, कसैको लामो होला, होइन सर? कसै व्यापारीले चाहिँ सानो पाथीले अथवा मानाले भरेर देला, कसैले ठुलोले देला, यसमा त अप्ठ्यारो हुने भयो। त्यसकारण यसको लागि चाहिँ वैज्ञानिकहरूले अथवा ती देशका मानिसहरूले, बुद्धिजीवीहरूले के को प्रयोग गरे होला, त्यसको बारेमा बताइदिनुहोस् न।
Okay, sir. Let me mention a simple example. As I already said that we still use the pau. Pau to measure the mass. So especially in the Kathmandu Valley, 5 pau equals to 1 kg they consider, and outside the Kathmandu Valley they consider 4 pau equals to 1 kg. So if we purchase 1 pau from of any of the things from the Kathmandu Valley, and if we bring outside the Kathmandu Valley, then there may be the question may arise that there is 50 grams less Because we consider the pau as 250 grams outside the Kathmandu Valley, and in the Kathmandu Valley they consider the 200 grams. So within the country only, within our simple short region also, there is the non-uniformity. So it makes it's a very huge problem, especially in the big trade and the business export and import among the country and between the countries. So what happened is that due to get rid from this thing, to remove the demerities from this non-uniformity, the 12th convention, that international convention of the scientists and the experts, especially in the weight and the measures, it happened in the Paris, there in the France in the year 1960-80. And from that convention, they concluded, they adopted, they invented the new system of the unit, that is called the international system of the units. And in the French language, we say the Système International des Units, and it is in the English, it is translated as the International System of the Units. So after the adoption, after the invention of this system of the unit, it was adopted throughout the world, which brought us the uniformity throughout the world, especially for the measurement, especially for the international business, to export or the import goods, especially for the research work also, especially in the scientific work also. So for this also, to remove such type of difficulties, to remove the difficulties between the confusions between the people of one country to the another country, or from one place to another place. So there was a need of the same unit which can be used throughout the world. So this led to the invention of the international system of the units, what we also call the SI units.
विमर्शले भनेको जस्तै व्यावहारिक जीवनका अप्ठ्याराहरूलाई चाहिँ समाधान गर्नको लागि, त्यसबाट चाहिँ मुक्ति पाउनको लागि चाहिँ सन् 1960 मा सम्पूर्ण विश्वका भनौँ न धेरै वैज्ञानिकहरू चाहिँ भेला भएर चाहिँ एउटा सिस्टमको स्थापना गरे, जसलाई हामी एसआई युनिट भनिन्छ। र यो स्थापना गरिसकेपछि यसका फाइदाहरू के भयो भन्दाखेरि, एक ठाउँबाट अर्को ठाउँमा व्यापार गर्नलाई जाँदाखेरि पनि सजिलो भयो, किनभने उही प्रमाणिक एकाइहरू, उही नापहरू प्रयोग गर्ने भए, इक्वलिटी भयो, युनिभर्सलाइज भयो, र त्यसले चाहिँ समस्याहरू उत्पन्न भएन, व्यापारिक क्षेत्रहरूमा समस्या उत्पन्न भएन, र मानिसहरूलाई लेनदेन गर्नको लागि चाहिँ अत्यन्त सजिलो भएको कुरा उहाँले गर्नुभयो। त्यसैलाई चाहिँ हामी सिस्टम अफ इन्टरनेसनल एसआई सिस्टम भनेर भनिन्छ। र अहिले पनि वर्ल्डमा सबै ठाउँमा यो एसआई युनिट नै प्रयोग गरिन्छ। जस्तै कि भनौँ न, लम्बाइलाई चाहिँ हाम्रो एकाइ केमा नाप्ने भन्दाखेरि मिटरमा, पिण्डलाई केजीमा, समयलाई चाहिँ सेकेन्डमा, होइन त सर? टेम्परेचरलाई चाहिँ केल्भिनमा नाप्छौँ हामी। जस्तै इलेक्ट्रिक करेन्ट, विद्युतलाई चाहिँ हामी एम्पियरमा, होइन त सर? यसरी चाहिँ प्रयोग गर्ने चलनहरू आयो। अब यही क्रममा भनेको के हो, यसको बारेमा बताइदिनुहोस्।
Okay, dear students, as we have discussed SI unit, so SI unit is the international system of the units, and there are the different physical quantities, fundamental physical quantities, and it's SI unit also. As length, it is the physical quantity. We measure the length in the meter in the SI unit, and length, it is the distance between any 2 points. So if I say that what is the length of a scale that which is there in your geometry box, or what is the scale of your pen or the pencil, then you may not know the actual length. So for that you measure it with the help of the measuring scale. So when you know the, for example, the length of the scale or the pencil is 15 centimeter, then you can say that the 15 centimeter means that the distance between the 2 points of the pencil is the 15 centimeter. So you can see here the we measure, I am saying that here in the centimeter, but in SI unit we measure the length in the meter, and in the CJ system, that is the system of the unit where you measure the length in the centimeter and mass in the gram and the time in the second. Similarly, there are also other system of the units in addition to the SI unit. They are the MK system where you can measure the length in the meter, mass in the kg, time in the second. Similarly, there is also the another that is called the FS system where you can measure the length in the foot, mass in the pound, and the time in the second. Because especially in the Western countries, America, Europe, we can see there they are they are still using the pound and the other different types of measuring unit. So we can say that length, it is the distance between the two points, that is called the length.
हजुर विमल सरले भन्नुभएको जस्तै विद्यार्थी भाइ बहिनीहरू हामीले लम्बाइलाई कसरी चाहिँ परिभाषित गर्ने भन्दाखेरि दुईवटा बिन्दुहरू बीचको दूरीलाई नै हामी लम्बाइ भन्छौँ हैन त। अवश्य नै विमल सरले भन्नुभएको जस्तै हामीले लम्बाइलाई चाहिँ मिटरमा नाप्छौँ। जस्तै त्यो एमके सिस्टममा चाहिँ मिटरमा नाप्यो, एफएस सिस्टममा हामीले फुटमा नाप्छौँ र सिजिएस सिस्टममा हामी सेन्टिमिटरमा नाप्छौँ। भाइ बहिनीहरू तपाईँहरू एफएम सुनिरहनु हुने भाइ बहिनीहरूले त यहाँ देख्न सक्नुहुन्न, मैले यहाँ स्केल ल्याएको छु, हेर्नुहोस् त। स्वर्णिम नेपाल टेलिभिजन हेरिरहनु भएका विद्यार्थी भाइ बहिनीहरूले यहाँ मलाई देख्नुहुनेछ। यहाँ चाहिँ मैले एउटा स्केल, यो लामो स्केल हो, यो देख्नुभयो होला। त्यसै गरी यहाँ मैले अर्को स्केल पनि ल्याएको छु, यो चाहिँ छोटो स्केल हो र यसमा चाहिँ 0 देखि 15 सम्म लेखिएको छ एउटामा, यो सानोमा, र यहाँ चाहिँ ठुलोमा चाहिँ 0 देखि 30 सम्म लेखिएको छ। र यो स्केल प्रयोग गरेर चाहिँ भाइ बहिनीहरूले तपाईँहरूले जस्तै बनाउनुहुन्छ नि, त्रिभुज बनाउनुहुन्छ, त्यसकारण पुस्तकको लम्बाइ चौडाइ हैन उचाइ पनि निकाल्न सक्नुहुन्छ, तपाईँको डेस्कको लम्बाइ चौडाइ उचाइ पनि योबाट निकाल्न सक्नुहुन्छ, यसको प्रयोग गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ। यो ज्योमेट्री बक्समा तपाईँले धेरै प्रयोग गर्नुहुने चाहिँ यो सानो स्केल हो, होइन त सर? र अलिक ठुलो लम्बाइको लागि चाहिँ हामीले यो ठुलो स्केलहरू प्रयोग गर्न सक्छौँ। धेरै लामो दूरीको नामलाई चाहिँ अझै लामो टेपहरूको पनि प्रयोग
Okay. So dear students, those students who are listening us, you cannot see, but those students who are watching us, you can see that we have brought the measuring scale, especially the geometric scale. We have brought the two scales, that is of a 30 centimeter scale and 15 centimeter scale. You use these scales in maximum during your school days, and we use this scale just to measure the length of your book, length of the anything, or the area. You can use this thing also to measure. So this is the simple measuring devices, measuring devices, and it is calibrated here in the centimeter, which is in the CGS system of the unit. And as for the demand, we can convert it into the millimeter also, mm also, and we can convert it into the meter also. So we are discussing here the measurement of the length, dear students. So there are also the rules that to be followed while measuring the length with the help of the different types of instruments such as the scale steps. So to measure the exact length of an object, we have to consider the sum of the things, which is very important because there may be the error while measuring, which gives us the false result, or there may be the problem. Well, if we have the errors in the measurement, then we cannot get the actual length of the things that we want. So to measure the actual length of an object, one of its int, it is kept at the 0 mark of the meter scale, and the reading is usually taken with our eye perpendicular to the reading. And before that also we have to consider a well labeled measuring scale, because if we do not see it properly, then we cannot take the measurement of the particular thing properly. In addition to this also, we have to keep the tape or the scale in a straight over the object which is to be measured. And our, as I've already said, that the eye's position must be correct. It must be perpendicular to the reading mark. In addition also, to measure the exact length with the help of the scale with the erased ends, the measurement, it should be taken from the certain point elsewhere. For example, if there is a problem, if the mark 0 is not clear, then we can take the mark, the initial mark, as 1 or 2. So from that also you can measure the length also. So in addition to this also, we have to consider some of the things also, because there may be, after following these things also, there may be the possible errors also, because if we do not consider the things properly, we can get the problem. If we do not see properly, if we do not make the angle of the view properly, there may be the error also. If we do not adjust the scale properly, there may be the error also. So there are so many things to be considered while measuring the length, sir.
हजुर, विमल सरले भन्नुभएको जस्तै विद्यार्थी भाइ बहिनीहरू, हामीले कुनै पनि कुरालाई यहाँ नाप लिँदाखेरि, त्यसको लम्बाइ चौडाइ उचाइ लिँदाखेरि कहिलेकाहीँ गल्तीहरू हुन सक्छ नाप्ने क्रममा। त्यो नाप्ने क्रममा हुने गल्तीहरूलाई हामीले कम पनि गर्न सक्छौँ। जस्तो कि स्केलमा अङ्कहरू चाहिँ क्लियर भएको स्केल मात्रै हामीले लिनुपर्ने हुन्छ। त्यसमा चाहिँ नम्बरहरू क्लियर छ कि छैन त त्यो पहिला हेर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ। त्यो पछाडि हामीले कुनै कुरा नाप्दैछ भने 0बाट सुरु गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ। सबैभन्दा अगाडि बिचबाट पनि नाप्नु हुँदैन, छेउबाट नाप्नुपर्ने हुन्छ। त्यसै गरेर हाम्रो आँखाको पोजिसन, आई पोजिसन पनि ठ्याक्कै मिल्नुपर्ने हुन्छ। रेक्टेङ्गल भन्छ नि, त्यो सिधा लम्ब भन्दा नि हुन्छ यसलाई, लम्ब रूपमा परेको हुनुपर्छ। सिधा छड्के टेढोमेढो गरेर हेऱ्यो भने त्यसलाई हामी सही नाप्न सक्दैनौँ। त्यस कारण नाप्ने क्रममा पनि यो कुराहरू हामीले याद गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ। अब विमल सर, हामी भाइ बहिनीहरूलाई अरू विषयमा जस्तै पिण्डको बारेमा केही बताइदिनुहुन्छ कि यो पिण्ड भनेको के हो होइन, र पिण्डलाई हामीले कुन कुन उपकरणले चाहिँ नाप्न सक्छौँ? व्हाट इज मास एन्ड what devices we use to measure the mass? यसको बारेमा बताइदिनुहोस् न।
Okay, so dear student, mass it is a physical quantity because we can measure the mass. So mass is defined as the total quantity of the matter contained in a body is called as mass. So what it means that the quantity of the matter in any object is equal to the mass of the object. That is called the mass. And we measure the mass in different units, especially in the SI unit we measure the mass in the kilogram. And there are also many devices to measure the mass. We have beam balance, we have the physical balance, we have the grocery balance, we have the digital balance to measure the mass. And to measure the mass in the beam balance, at first we have to keep the standard unit. A standard unit as we have to assume something, or we have to keep the standard unit in one of the pan while measuring the things in the beam balance, and we have to measure it by putting in the another things. That's what we are going to measure unknown quantity we have to keep in the another pan. By doing this we can compare the thing and we can measure the mass in case of the beam balance. And you know that there are also other grocery balance also. You can see the digital balance in markets. Nowadays maximum people, shopkeeper, they use digital balance because of its efficiency, because of the easiness they feel. Because of that and they use the. So these are the different types of the devices to measure the mass.
सरले भन्नु जस्तै कुनै पनि वस्तुमा भएको पदार्थको कुल परिमाणलाई चाहिँ हामीले पिण्ड भन्यौँ। पिण्डलाई हामीले विभिन्न उपकरणबाट नाप्न सक्छौँ, जस्तै कि फिजिकल ब्यालेन्स, बिम ब्यालेन्स, ग्रोसरी ब्यालेन्स, डिजिटल ब्यालेन्सबाट हामीले नाप्न सक्छौँ। मैले यहाँ एउटा चित्र ल्याएको छु। यो एफएम सुन्नुहुने विद्यार्थी भाइ बहिनीहरू त देख्नुहुन्न, टेलिभिजन हेरिरहनुहुने भाइ बहिनीहरू देख्न सक्नुहुन्छ। यो फिजिकल ब्यालेन्स हो। हजुर, यहाँ एकापट्टि हामीले यहाँ केजीको ढक राखेको छौँ। यो 1 केजी ढक हो। एकापट्टि हामीले यहाँ सामना राखेको छौँ र यो चाहिँ बिम चाहिँ एकदम हरिजेन्टल भएको बेलामा ब्यालेन्स भएको अवस्थामा चाहिँ यो 1 केजी बराबर यताटिको 1 केजी मास
अननोन क्वान्टिटी
फिजिकल ब्यालेन्स। त्यसै गरी यहाँ म अर्को ल्याएको छु। यसलाई हामी स्प्रिङ ब्यालेन्स भन्छौँ। दिस वान इज स्प्रिङ ब्यालेन्स। सरी, यो
ओके सर। ओके
हजुर, यो स्प्रिङ ब्यालेन्स हो नि सर।
ओके,
योबाट हामी के नाप्छौँ सर?
We measure the weight with the help of the spring balance. So we have brought here the sugar and it weighs.
What is the weight of the sugar?
So the weight of the sugar is half kg. That is 500 grams.
Thank you. अब विमल सर, हामी कार्यक्रमको अन्त्यतिर आइसकेको छौँ र भाइ बहिनीको लागि यो समयको बारे पनि बताइदिनुहोस् न। व्हाट इज टाइम?
Okay, so
and what devices we use to measure the time?
Okay, dear students, time it is a duration between any two events. It's called the time, and it is measured in so many terms. We can measure the time in SI unit. We measure in the second, and time is measured by different types of instruments. We have so many clocks or the watches to measure the time. We have the pendulum clock, mechanical wristwatch, quartz watch, atomic clock, and these are the different types of the devices to measure the time. And we measure the time, especially I have already said in the SI unit we measure the time in the second. We measure the time in the other units also, for example minutes also, hours also, day also, week also, year also, and the decade as well.
हजुर सर, अवश्य नै दुईवटा घटनाहरू बीचको अवधिलाई हामी समय भन्छौँ र समय हामी विभिन्न घडीहरूबाट नाप्न सक्छौँ, जस्तै एटोमिक घडी, क्वार्ट्ज घडी, डिजिटल घडीबाट नाप्न सक्छौँ। अब हामी कार्यक्रममा अन्त्यतिर आइसकेको छौँ। त्यसकारण विमल सर, हाम्रो विद्यार्थी भाइ बहिनीहरूलाई होमवर्कको लागि केही प्रश्नहरू दिनुहोस् न।
Dear students, we are at the end of the program, so please do write some of the questions of the today's radio class. First question is, what is measurement and what are its importance?
हजुर, नाप केलाई भनिन्छ र यसको महत्त्वको बारेमा लेख्नुहोस्। यो पहिलो क्वेशन रहेको छ।
Okay, question number 2, what are the local units the old people they used to use in Nepal?
प्रश्न नम्बर 2, उहिलेका मानिसहरूले स्थानीय एकाइहरू के प्रयोग गर्थे त्यसको बारेमा लेख्नुहोस्।
Define SI system of unit and what are the needs of the SI units?
हजुर, एसआई प्रश्न नम्बर 3, एसआई युनिट केलाई भनिन्छ र यसको उपयोगिताको बारेमा लेख्नुहोस्।
Okay, another question, what is length?
लम्बाइ केलाई भनिन्छ?
And what are the things to remember while measuring the length?
हजुर, लम्बाइ हामीले मापन गर्दाखेरि के कुराको आवश्यकता पर्दछ अथवा के कुरामा विचार गर्नुपर्छ? हवस् त प्राविधिक मित्रले आजको निर्धारित समय सकिन आँटेको कुरा जानकारी दिइरहनु भएको छ। त्यसकारण यतिन्जेलसम्म हामीलाई यो कार्यक्रम सुनेर साथ दिनुहुने सम्पूर्ण विद्यार्थी भाइ बहिनीहरू, श्रोता मित्रहरू, एफएम र स्वर्णिम नेपाल टेलिभिजनका प्राविधिक मित्रहरूलाई पनि धन्यवाद दिँदै यो छोटो बसाइबाट हामी बिदा लिन चाहन्छौँ। हवस् त, नमस्ते। यहाँको बाँकी दिन शुभ रहोस्।
नमस्ते।